Welcome everyone to Tororo Girls School.
My name is Beatrice Akware Lumonya, Mrs. Head Teacher at Tororo Girls School, a proud alumni of this great institution. I want to send warm Christian greetings to our dear stakeholders, our dear parents. We can't thank you enough for entrusting us with your daughter, your daughters. Some of you have more than one daughter here. And indeed, that shows the trust and confidence that you have in Tororo Girls School. I want in a special way to thank the other stakeholders, the local government, and Ministry of Education and Sports for considering Tororo Girls School among the traditional schools in Uganda to benefit projects like USIP. USIP means Secondary School Expansion Program. That means we are among the few schools which were selected to benefit from expansion. Then we also have ULAN, where again there is also under expansion, but in terms of facilities, classrooms, among others, like laboratories. So we want to dearly thank our line Ministry of Education for the continued support. I want to in a special way to thank our dear parents for giving us the children, and we want to assure you that we are molding them into an all-round girl child who should be able to compete not only in the national job markets within Uganda, but from far and beyond, and that is international job markets as well. So we are here in Tororo Girls training girls in skills, hands-on. Among the so many, I will just be able to identify a few, such as projects. We have students who are in Educate, who are making liquid soap, which is consumed right here in Tororo Girls School. We don't need to have the outside market producing this. We have clubs like Agriculture Club, where we are doing poultry farming, rearing of cattle, and also growing of vegetables to supplement the students' diet. We just have days where the girls themselves go and pick the vegetables and then deliver it to the kitchen, and the rest is history. We also have a fully fledged ICT computer laboratory, and in again a very special way I wish to thank the Ministry of Education, which has boosted us with a number of computers, projectors, and printer. And I want to assure the parents that the girls are hands-on. That is one of the departments where the girls really have that, inspiration that they should leave Tororo Girls more skilled in IT. As they come, they should be better equipped for the job markets. Who knows, maybe even these short holidays, these are the girls who should be able to print for you, to do for you some work as they are at home, during holidays. And we are training an academically all-round girl child in academics, in co-curricular activities like games and sports. We just had our girls, a team of volleyball going to represent us in East Africa Games. And again, we are privileged to have our girls qualify for ISF Games. This is going to be held in Serbia next year. So we are training these girls to know that even through sports, it can be a mechanism or a mode of them, earning a source of living. So that is the girl child that passes through our hands. And I wish also at this point to appreciate our old students, the alumni of Tororo Girls School. Thank you so much for being champions in career growth of our girls. You always have time every year, around June, you come and inspire the girls to be like you out there. So we can't thank you enough. I know you're undertaking many more projects for the good of this institution, and we just want to encourage and tell you that for us, we are doing whatever it takes to make sure we continue uplifting the institution that molded you into great women out there. Tororo Girls School is an institution that explores all possibilities of all the girls who pass through this institution to explore and exploit the talents that they have. I am glad to mention that these clubs have transformed the lives of a number of students in this school. A case in point is Environmental Club. This is a club that has stood out yearly and has earned the school trophies, accolades, and even checks for the last 2 years. We've even had the patron of Environment Club travel to Ireland as one of the best teachers in Uganda, who were able to travel to Ireland to just have a model, eyes on what is happening there in respect to greening general environment, not only schools. We also have a fully operational bakery within school, and the girls consume the buns from their bakery. They consume mandazis and bread. So just like I mentioned earlier, we are here skilling the girls to come out as young entrepreneurs who will go out and have a starting point where they can start from. That is the Tororo Girls we are talking about.
I'm Ambalo Collins Halip, the Deputy Head Teacher in charge administration, welfare and discipline. Basically, my work as the Deputy in charge administration, welfare and discipline, one is to help the head teacher in the general administration of the school. Then I manage the welfare of both the students and then the staff. We look at their welfare holistically, what they eat at school. We think about their emotion, their physical being, and we want all the staff and students to be okay when they are at the institution. And in charge of discipline, I try to manage the discipline of the learners together with the staff and see that the girls we produce will be girls of high substance. We talk to them in managing their discipline. If a child has shown any kind of indiscipline, we first sit the child down, talk to the child, try to find the root cause of the indiscipline. We counsel them. Then later, we try to see how to help this child outgrow the indiscipline in her. Even the staff, we manage their discipline because, as a human being, we are not 100% perfect. So when an indisciplined act is seen in a staff, we feel like this staff can be helped. This staff can be corrected. We don't hurry so much in suspending or expelling the staff. We follow the procedure of talking to the staff, giving a verbal warning, giving a written warning, we give suspension. When the behavior is unbearable, that is when we release the staff officially to try their level elsewhere, even the students. That is to try to manage the school rules and regulations that we try to put it in both the staff and then the learner. Now, As Tororo Girls School, we are nurturing the girl child to be somebody of importance. In the past, girls were not looked at as important people, but nowadays we try to value them. We want them to feel that they can manage what even the male people can do. So in Tororo Girls School, we encourage all the girls to do everything, and they have managed to showcase that they can manage, they can do it, and we are trying to help them to have that self-confidence of giving them all the activities that they do. And in Tororo Girls School, we have the clubs that the girls perform. We have different activities that they do in sports. They are excelling so well: football, netball, volleyball, and all that. During weekends, we take them to the kitchen also to learn how to cook, because some of these girls are not helped from home to cook. Parents, they tend to use the maids all the time, and the girls, they don't know how to cook. But in Tororo Girls School, we give them the opportunity to try in the kitchen. And in their dormitories, the house teachers help and guide them to lay their bed, clean their room, so that they grow when they are healthy girls and mothers to be in future. So in Tororo Girls School, when you bring a child, count yourself lucky, because you will get the best. Thank you so much.
My name is Eboko Francis, Deputy Teacher in Charge Academics, Tororo Girls School. Academics is one of the things that we have strongly embraced, and I want to assure that we are moving forward. In the new curriculum, we have fully embraced it. We have undertaken the teaching staff into a number of trainings, and departmentally they keep sharing in terms of what to present, the lessons to present, and also joint scheming. Not only that, we also have the joint assessment carried out by the teachers, and from that they are able to learn from one another. And through that, we have registered a number of achievements in that we have got students at O level who have scored maximum points in terms of the A's, and we keep breaking the records we keep getting. At A level, we have also been able to get students who score 20 in 20 points from both arts and sciences. We also have a dedicated staff. The teachers need minimum supervision because they organize themselves, collaborate in the programs that exist, and very little is done, and the heads of departments are always able to give a feedback to the administration. The support staff are very, very helpful and dedicated, because we can't attribute this milestone to only the teachers, but also the support staff play their role, because all this brings a conducive environment for the girl child. Our libraries, we have 3 libraries and well stocked, where our students always go for consultation. For the science laboratories, we have 7, together with 2 for foods and nutrition, what today the new curriculum calls nutrition and food technology. We also have a well-stocked computer lab that has more than 120 computers, so to cater for both O and A level. So when we are doing the lessons, these girls are able to have hands-on. Now, how do we motivate these learners? Within the school, we have what we call internal termly bursaries. And these bursaries are given to the top performers in every class. And there is a cutoff to that effect. And this encourages healthy competition between the learners, and it has enabled them to register good grades. On the side of syllabus coverage, we always have timely syllabus coverage because we always having interventions or strategies such as extra lessons and recoveries that are timetabled across the board from senior 1 up to senior 6. We also do testing. This is to expose these learners to different items so that when they are preparing for the national assessment, they don't look at scenarios as very, very different. And since they are scenario based, they expose our learners. After the assessment, the teachers definitely do the scoring, where we motivate them for the work, for scoring, and that there is a tool that we use to that effect to ensure that it is clearly stipulated the time when the test was administered, the number of students, and the time for scoring and the revision, and then teachers' motivation is compiled. From those tests, we are also able to identify learners who are time takers, and we deliberately give clinics that will enable them to catch up just like the rest of the teachers. And we carefully select those colleague teachers who are patient with the learners so that they are able to take them through, and they have been performing as well as the first learners. We are also engaged in seminars, both internal and external. And external, we tend to emphasize on A level because our numbers of O level are quite massive, and if we said we are to transport students out for a seminar, then it means the bus will take more than 8 trips, which is not practical. So we try to focus on the internal seminars, especially for O level as well as A level. Then for external, we strictly adhere to A level. And we also have field trips, especially in geography, entrepreneurship, art and design, and a number of subjects, including chemistry, biology. So these learners are exposed. And then also we start our practical lessons early. First of all, when the teachers are teaching, they teach the theory alongside the practical. But by the time the students reach a candidate class, we have a deliberate effort to integrate the practicals in our program of teaching, and this has enabled our students to excel. And I want to assure the public out there that Tororo Girls School is the best place for the girl child education, because we also only don't teach, but we teach our learners a number of skills, life skills generally, as well as issues to do with how to fit in the society out there. So I want to thank you for listening to me. Thank you so much.
Academics in Tororo Girls School are presented to you by Ekisa George William, Director of Studies, Middle School. In 2020, Ugandan government under Ministry of Education and Sports and collaboration with NCDC, and rolled out a new curriculum called a competence-based curriculum, where training country-wise was handled at different regions. True Girls was blessed to be one of the centers where teachers were trained, and many of our teachers trained, and a few even succeeded to be master trainers who went all over the country to train other teachers. And those in turn shared with others. And also the school embraced the program by handling internal workshops where all teachers were given opportunity to take a chance in taking the new skills called retooling for successful implementation of a new curriculum. And when we started, it was not that hard because teachers were trained and they handled it ably, where new teaching technologies, for example, learner-based teaching, where learner is put at the center of learning, a new methodology where teacher was no longer a teacher but a facilitator. Even the learning situation like sitting facility changed, where learners were learning in group. And this was quite interesting for learners who were also tired with sitting in the previous curriculum where a teacher would lecture and talk a lot. But this was quite interesting. Our learners equally embraced the new approach where they were collaborating, teaming with one another, and books became tools where they could get learning activities, not boring with reading. So for us, it has been quite interesting and it has taken us far because the learner interest in learning has gone high now because they enjoy discussing, sharing ideas, and what has enhanced for us more is the embracement of ICT, which we call ICT integration in learning, where a number of teachers are using ICT tools like projectors. Projectors are in classrooms, and the audio-visual learning is very interesting to many learners, and this sustains their interest during lessons. In labs, we are using projectors too. Actually, when we talk of labs here, somebody needs to know, even English room is called English language lab. We have ICT labs, we have science laboratories, and in the multipurpose halls, and also in the libraries, ICT tools have gone a great deal in helping learners to look for information and be able to develop content such that in the competence-based, they are not depending on teachers, but those resources that they are using to develop their own content. And guess it is not again boring like reading, but they are collaborating to make their own notes, which is quite very interesting. And apart from that, as a school, we have continued to plan carefully. Administration supports planning and the equipping of different departments in terms of resources like textbooks for references, and also refresher trainings for various departments in detail to get abreast with the new changes in curriculum. Our administration has been very supportive. We thank the head teacher for that, and this has equipped a number of departments to be ready to respond, such that planning is made easier. Departments plan to scheme together and be able to unpack the new curriculum content well for easy scheming and planning of implementation in teaching. And this has made quite interesting learning where teachers are collaborating in planning, and when they go to class, there is also team teaching by different departments, and this one makes learning easier as learners are learning from how teachers are collaborating during teamwork in teaching discussions. They also adapt the same, and you find in their discussions, they are doing well. A little more about the new curriculum. We have what we call continuous assessment. A continuous assessment in the new curriculum is broken down into two. There is a subject content where there is subject achievement assessment, which is formative, and also at the end of the month, there is the activity of integration. These records are later compiled and sent to UNEB as scores, and the other component is of project, which are sent to UNEB on timely basis. And then at the end of the cycle, which is 4 years, there is what we call end of cycle. This year, 2025, we are handling the second cohort of the end of cycle, and we believe with our arrangement, they are going to turn out with good results. Apart from that, you realize also in the new curriculum, the menu has changed. We used to have quite a number of subjects, but they have reduced to 21 generally. But as a school, our menu is 17. We plan to make it to 18 next year with the inclusion of another one subject the Board of Governors has improved. In this 17 stroke 18 subjects by next year, 7 are compulsory, which include English language, mathematics, geography, history and political education, chemistry, physics. These are compulsory, the 7. And then we have the other, which are called electives. Electives are divided into 2. And in the ordinary language, we've been calling them optional subjects. In the new term, we call them electives. They are categorized into 3. 1, we call language electives, where we have optionals like literature in English. We have Kiswahili, which are electives. They will have to choose. In the electives, we also have a foreign language. Here as a school, we have chosen Chinese, which is our foreign language. And then the second category is the religious electives, where we have Christian religious education and Islam. But in our school, we offer one. It's a choice to be made. We offer CRE only as elective in the religious. And then we have technical and pre-vocational electives, which forms the majority, beginning with agriculture, art and design. We have physical education elective. We also have ICT. That's why we call it technical and the pre-vocational. We have ICT as a pre-vocational. Then we have entrepreneurship. We are planning to include also technology and design as a pre-vocational subjects. So you find now at senior 1 and senior 2, we have the 7 subjects plus the other subjects. You find there is a difference when we talk of compulsory. At the national level, senior 3, senior 4, those 7, and then a child chooses more to make a maximum of 10. I mean 9. But when it comes to senior 1 and senior 2, there is a government policy that they offer 11 compulsory subjects plus 1 elective. This sometimes has confused parents, but as a school, we have always organized whenever we have new students in senior 1 to take through, to orientate the senior ones, and also when we have the first meeting with senior 1 parents, to orientate them to avoid confusing the compulsory 7 for senior 3, senior 4 with the senior 1. For senior 1 and senior 2, CRE is not optional. It's also compulsory. You get Kiswahili is compulsory. Entrepreneur is also compulsory. And the PE. So you find they are 11. Then they are given an option of choosing from the other electives like agriculture. They can make the 11s. They have freedom. Like I've said, the menu is wide to 17. So when you hear of compulsory in senior 1 and senior 2 is different from senior 3, senior 4, where they are preparing. Equally, when they reach senior 3, that means they make choices to reduce their subjects. And in the new curriculum, beginning 2024, there is a registration twice after they have chosen. In senior 3 term 1, at UNEB, there is an app called AMIS, where we register senior 3s for CA, which I told you earlier on, which is continuous assessment, which forms 20% that is sent to UNEB. So at senior 3, we registered learners for CA. So as a parent, you may be surprised when they're asking result slippers, alas senior 2, senior 3, the system has changed. Those are requirements for registration for CA, and the learner is called, registration for learner for CA assessment. At senior 4, registration for end of cycle for candidate as a senior 4. So those are the two different ones, and they have different requirements. Now, if a learner does not register at senior 3 for CA, it means that learner cannot qualify to register for end of cycle in senior 4, because it's a requirement that a learner should have done CA 20% beginning at senior 3, where they submit term 1 and term 2. By the time the learner is registering for for end of cycle as a candidate, one of the requirements is that the learner must have registered for CA before. So it is just mandatory then. And having been trained and been a center, we've not had challenges with this, because we have always educated our parents and learners of requirements early, and we thank them for cooperating as key players, stakeholders in this, and it has taken us far in terms of implementing the competency curriculum. We are looking forward for more training for the A-level that has also embraced. So far we have a syllabus called aligned syllabus. We are waiting for more from UNEB, and we take on that change equally like we have taken of senior 4, where last year we did very well because of embracing the curriculum. In Tororo Girls, taking a change has not been a challenge. It has been very positive by staff, and we've kept on retooling and retraining, and because time to time we get new colleagues joining in. And as a team, we have our slogan, we are together, a winning team. So we keep passing the information to the new staff and sharing, such that we are a team collaboratively working to see that we prepare these learners for the life in the world, where we expect their classroom knowledge, the classroom ideas to be translated to the real solving of problems in community. And that is partly what Project Work gives. And we have seen these girls very innovative, very positive to the changes, adaptive and collaborative. And this is what this curriculum is all about, seeing what is learned is put into practice to solve day-to-day problems. I thank you.
My name is Obalaki Juliet Liada, an administrator in charge of exams, Tororo Girls School. In Tororo Girls School, we plan for each academic term with careful programming and timetabling of exams. Before we come up with the timetable, as in charge of exams, with my committee, we sit down and then we agree on how to make the timetable. Before our students go in for exams across all classes, we brief them on the do's and the don'ts of exams. We prepare them by counseling and guiding them on the Saturday and exam practical skills. Our exam menu is very rich in that it stretches from assessment at the beginning, midterm, then continuous assessment, through activities of integration for lower school. Then for candidates, before we register them, we we subject them to pre-registration exams. Then after, we subject them to different sets of mock exams before we hand them over to UNEB for finals. But before they sit for final exams, that is UCE and USCE, we brief them. We tell them on what they are supposed to do, how they are supposed to conduct them during exam time. And all that is done by the teachers, because as in Tororo Girls, we work as a team. We don't work as individuals. So when we prepare our candidates, we inculcate the spirit of discipline and also give them the confidence to sit for their exams. Now, for the case of the UCE, UNEB exams, which started on 10th October 2025, ended on 7th November, and the candidates left, all of them left when they were prepared. Okay, they left when they had done everything and they were confident they were going to perform. Then the USCE, that is for senior sixes, their first paper was on 7th November with briefing. That was 2025, and they have been sitting for exams. The last exam will be done on 5th December 2025. Because we prepared our students well, we hope for the best in the coming results. To our parents outside there, following what the programs we have as far as examinations are concerned, we promise that we shall do all what it takes to make our candidates or our children go through. So Tororo Girls is the right place for you to bring the child. When you bring the child in Tororo Girls, you'll never regret, because we prepare all-round Ugandan women of substance.
My name is Mr. Emeru Edson. I'm the Careers Master of Tororo Girls School. Here in Tororo Girls School, careers is something that is very important. We take it so seriously because it's what shapes the future dreams and aspirations of these young people. They all come to school because they have a dream that they want to pursue. And it's this office that ensures that they actualize these dreams. We give them information that they need right from the time when they report to the school in Senior 1 and Senior 5. When they come in Senior 1, we are always holding annual careers days. Those ones come sometime around second time, but at the onset, when they've just come in, we always hold what we call orientation. These orientation programs help to align these young people to their life and expectations of secondary education, such that they have a focus right from the beginning. We always hold, like I said before, careers days. On these days, we invite special people, different professions, to speak to them about what it takes. Notably among these are the old girls. They are very instrumental in championing this Careers Day, because we invite them such that the girls here can see for themselves that it's possible. Others have made it from here, and they too can make it, as long as they have focus, they know what they want, and they are driven by those dreams to achieve.
My name is Rose Naikesa Gwako, teacher of Tororo Girls, and by the grace of God, I'm in the office of the Guidance and Career Office. These are some of the challenges that we face along while interacting with the learners. One of the challenges is influence from the parents. The parents intend to have their different interests vis-a-vis the interest of the learners. the parent may seem to think that the child can be good at sciences, and yet in actual sense, the girl may be lacking that ability to undertake or pursue what the interests of the parents are. That's one of the challenges. Then two, the children also try to lose focus while trying to pursue their dreams. This is due to a number of distractions, such as negative influence from their peers. That one derails them from their focus. So in a bid to overcome some of these challenges that are faced by our children, our girl children, we normally intend to, the school always has a program of organizing field excursions for them. They take the learners, especially to some of the universities. A case in point is Busitema, where the girl students, especially those offering science combinations, have always been taken there for field, for career exposure. And that one has always motivated them and brought them back to focus on what they are pursuing to achieve. And then also, we've always had orientation program, especially for the advanced level students, the ones who join A level. So we normally take them through a program that normally aligns them according to their expectations and their dreams. Dear parents out there, we pledge as the Office of Career to always take up the task that is ahead of us to ensure that our learners follow and strive and thrive towards achieving their career paths.
Today I want to take you through some of the hands-on activities we have in TGS. But before I go any further, I'd like to let you know that what I see I easily forget, what I read I remember, but what I do sticks to my mind as a skill. So I want to take you through the hands-on or practical activities we have in TGS. We have very many activities that we do outside class as priorities, but then these activities are divided into two. We have the academic activities and the outside class activities.
Hello everyone, my name is Sani Shanita. I do DCM, that is Biology, Chemistry, Mathematics, and right now I'm in a biology practical tests whereby we are carrying out food tests and also investigating about tissues. And this is very important in this daily life of ours, because without science we would not know what other things contain and how our life moves about in this world. And that is why it is so good to have sciences in our daily life. Tororo Girls has uplifted sciences in a way that it has made sure it provides apparatus for us to carry out the practicals, and it makes sure that we have also practical lessons whereby we are taught different practical lessons, and we can carry out different tests on our own, which can help us in the outside life.
You're all most welcome to our nutrition and food technology lab. So today we're going to be processing a marble soya cake. So what they're doing here is they're right now measuring our dry ingredients. They're now measuring the wheat flour, and she's greasing the baking tin. Then she's also measuring the margarine that we're going to put into our cake. And then what she's doing there is creaming the cake. But that is the manual method. Though nowadays we use a technical method there, right there. Then after we've measured everything, we now continue creaming all the ingredients, including soya flour. that has been laid. And at the end, we take them for baking at 190 degrees Celsius. Welcome to our food and nutrition class, and for today we are adding value to food. Today we are going to use soya, and we are making soya biscuits. So we sorted our soya, we washed it, we roasted it from the oven, and from here we crushed the soya, and that's what she's from doing. After crushing the soya, you remove it and sieve it. This is the step of sieving soya. When you sieve soya, you also sieve the wheat flour, since it's also going to be used in the production of the soya biscuits. Then you cream. In creaming, we use the margarine and sugar. When we are creaming, we measure 100 grams of sugar plus 100 grams of margarine. I'll make sure we cream it until it forms nice cream. Then from there, we are going to mix our ingredients. We're going to mix the creamed ingredients with the soya and the wheat flour.
This is Patron Educate Club, Madam Agnes Nandaula. I'm glad to have these young girls in Tororo Girls School who are interested in the Educate program. These girls have a mentor who comes from outside to add value on them. She comes here majorly on Sundays, but these girls, she has taught them a lot of entrepreneurship skills. Always they are very innovative, they listen, they have passion, they act. They are involved in making, and because of their passion, we have 3 classes so far. We have senior 3, they are majority, and we have some senior 2s and senior 1s. As the senior 3s are going to become candidates, we are taking on the senior 3s next year. So, as parents of this school, I urge you to bring your daughters so that they become an all-round child. These girls, when they go for holidays, they will be able to use the entrepreneurship skills which they have acquired in Tororo Girls School. There will be problem solvers at home. Dear parents, these girls will be able to make liquid soap. Don't run around to shops to buy liquid soap. Ask them if they can, and I urge my students also to do it, to avoid idleness, watching TV. It is better if they do this kind of activities. Even parents, these girls can make shampoo for you, your hair. Most of us, the mothers, we go to salons and take a lot of money to the salons, but they can produce the shampoo. They have the softeners, fabric softener, dowry, which they can use, they can make and also bring to school instead of you going to supermarkets and buy for them. So as our dear parents, I urge you that Tororo Girls is the school to bring your child. She will become an all-round female student.
So you mix it with a stirring rod so that the ingredients get mixed up together. So as we all know, liquid soap is thick, and so these ingredients are put inside to make it thick. That's the thickener. Then the industrial salt, then the sulfonic acid also I'm going to add into it. Then that's enough. So okay, yes, that was the sulfonic acid you have added into it. So this is our color. You can choose any color of your choice, but here it's a blue color. Mix it into another bucket with water. Then you add it into the mixture. Then you continue mixing it until the color completely dissolves and takes up the mixture. So after that, you're going to allow your liquid soap to settle for about 1 night. So after 1 night, it's ready. You package it, and then this an end result. Except for this one, we have added the mosquito repellent. yeah, this is innovation, and that's how we come up with this product.
Hello everyone, this is Educate Club Tororo School. We make different things, and educate, we are the solution. Educate,
we are the solution.
Fired up,
ready to go.
Our theme for this year 2025 is Be Bold, Be Unique, and we are problem solvers. We have an acronym of the problems we solve. 1, poverty, environmental degradation, diseases, violence, and unempowerment or unemployment. And these are the different products we make so that we can empower the young girls, as our mission is to empower young girls' entrepreneurial skills and nurture them so that they can be problem solvers in this competing world. 1, this is our shampoo. This is Educate Club Tororo School shampoo. We brand them. We first mix the ungalo, then after mixing the ungalo, we are also going to mix the industrial salt. We pour it into the bucket having the ungalo. After that, we are going to get the conditioning base. We add it into the bucket having the mixture of ungalo and industrial salt. Then we are going to get the CMC, that's the thickener. It's going to thicken so that our shampoo is of good quality, as you can see. Then after that, we are going to add in perfume. Then after adding in perfume, we have coconut oil so that our customers' hair is good and of good quality and natural. Then after that, we are going to add in color. Then after adding in color, we are going to leave it to settle for a night. Then we shall package it to form shampoo. Then our next thing is, this is the Women of Valor fabric softener. As you can see, we are competing with Downy. That's another company, but this one is called Women of Valor fabric softener. We mix ungalo. Then after mixing ungalo, we are going to get also industrial salt. We add it into the ungalo. Then we are going to get urea. We are going to get thickener, that's CMC, so that we can thicken. As you can see, our product is thick. So we are going to come up with this Women of Valor fabric softener. It is used for washing clothes. We can solve the problem of bad odor so that the moment you pour it in the rinsing water, when you move around the compound, everyone will be like, wow. Then we have our mosquito repellent liquid soap. We are innovative because in Educate Club, we don't only teach the different money making projects, but we also try to practice innovation, where we have innovated our liquid soap. It's not only liquid soap, but the moment you're going to use our liquid soap for cleaning your house, it's not only going to be clean, but you're also going to chase away mosquitoes. Because as you can see, Tororo is an area where we have many trees, we have Usitema forest near, we have different swamps, so that there are very many breeding places for mosquitoes. So there are high cases of malaria. So that's why we made our liquid soap having mosquito repellent, so that we can reduce the malaria cases. Then we have our antibacterial detergent. As you can see, Tororo School is a public place where we have different students. So we use our ladies, that's the pit latrine. So you can use this one. You can see this is antibacterial detergent. When you're going to ease yourself in the public places, you first pour it on near the area, so that you disinfect the place, so that when you're using it, you're going to be free from UTIs. Then we have different projects which we carry out. Can invite my friend to talk about it.
Okay, Martha, I would like to say thank you, Martha, for this opportunity, because now outside this club, we also carry out different activities. Apart from making this and that, we also help the people around us in different communities. For example, we went to visit a school of Mudakor Primary School located in Tororo. So when we reached there, we advised the young children. We advised them to stay in school, to prevent early marriages, to prevent early pregnancies, so that they can have a bright future. Apart from that, we gave them different products. For example, we provided them with tissue, we provided them with pens, pencils, sanitary pads that can help them during their stay in school. Apart from that, we also visited a hospital in Tororo. This hospital, we decided to go to the children's section, whereby the children's section, we realized that children have a weak immunity. They have a weak immunity whereby if we are able to help them and clean the area, they can have a strong immunity, because the personal hygiene is great when we clean the environment. And we also helped the Mudakor Primary School by planting trees. That helps in the climate change of the area so that they can receive enough rainfall. Like for example, right now in Tororo, the climate condition is not that good, but due to us planting trees, they will help the area to get enough rainfall. So apart from that, we also, after us cleaning the area, we talk to the people, we talk to the mothers, and we told them that if your child is sick, your child should not live in a dirty environment, because the child will continue to be sick and you want to know the cause for the disease. And through that, you keep on blaming, my child has been bewitched and so on and so forth, yet it's you, the parent, who's not taking good care of the child. And that's how us educate members, we come up with so different ideas.
Hi everyone, my name is Sache Mary. I'm in the Environment Club. As you see here, we are trying to clean our school and we are sorting rubbish. We are sorting non-biodegradable from the biodegradable ones, so that these non-biodegradable, we can use them to make products like ropes, the bottle covers, and we can make dustbins, fences. And the biodegradable ones, we can put them in the garden. We can either leave them very dry to make manure, or we can use them as mulches, put in the gardens, and it helps to the plants in the gardens to grow fast. So I advise you outside there to also do the same. It will help us to live in a clean environment, and also it will help your plants to be healthy.
In Environment Club, we recycle plastics in order to fight the effect of climate change. Like here, we got bottle rings, and we have made ropes, and we also have the bottle tops here, where we are able to make the posters, the talking posters. Like this poster here, we have a message here that tells us that begin fighting climate change. So these ropes here are very important. How? In a way that they can be used by the students for skipping, which promotes flexibility. If these bottle rings are dumped in the environment, they're going to be eroded by the water to the garden, where these bottle rings will block the water drainage in the soil, hence causing soil infertility. Then also we have our bottles. We use bottles for making the flower vases here. If these bottles were left in the environment, in the soil, they would also still prevent the water from reaching the soil, and there the crops won't be able to grow well, hence causing what? Low food production. Then we also have our curtain here. The people outside there use bottle tops, but after taking their sodas, they throw the bottle tops anywhere they like. They throw them on the environment. But the bottle tops can be used for making curtains that are used in salons, other than spending money for buying curtains. My name is Akiteng Evelyn. I'm the president of Environment Club. This is our garden of Environment Club, and we have our trees here. Back then we supplied the trees to the community as community service, and we also gave to the students. The students came and planted the trees here. These trees here are owned by different students, and the students come here, they weed around their trees, and these trees also help to motivate them, because they know that they have owned this tree. They know that they can also do something for themselves. And also in this garden we also plant sukuma. But we plant sukuma, that sukuma is supplied to the school for improving the students' health. You're all warmly welcome to our Tororo Girls School Bakery. I'm Adikini Sarah Sophia, and in our bakery, we bake bread, buns, cakes, and mandazi. So, allow me to take you through our production process. So, here in TGS, we buy our ingredients in bulk, and then we store them in our storeroom there. So now, when we are going to bake our products, we remove our ingredients from the storeroom, take them to the weighing scale where they are weighed, and some of them are also weighed in grams. After they are being weighed, we put our flour and other ingredients into our mixer over there, where they are mixed into a fine consistency. After all our ingredients have been mixed, we put them onto our aluminum table there, where they are molded, where our products are molded into different products, like the buns and bread. So our buns are put onto baking trays. After they are being put on the baking trays, we transfer them into our prover. In our prover, this prover is where our bread, also our mixtures, so our mixtures are put to be increased in size. They are put there to be increased in size. And here in Tororo Girls School, we don't use any other format because we are more advanced in our technology. So we get our water, and that water is transferred into a cylinder, and that cylinder and in the cylinder is where our steam is produced. You can only find delicious and tasty bread and baked products right here in TGS and nowhere else on planet Earth. So we buy TGS and build TGS. Thank you all.
Hello everyone, my name is Abini Sindela. I'm in Senior 5 and I'm here to tell you about this project. These are sasso birds. We have taken care of them since day 3 and now they are 1 month old. We have learned so many skills from here. Like right now we have vaccinated them twice. We have been changing their litter. We feed them 3 times a day so that they grow well, and by the end of 3 months, they are very well mature so that they can be eaten. We sell them to the school, we sell them to the teaching staff. Other students who are not part of the project also get to learn skills from here whenever they come. We feed them, we give them water, we make sure their water is clean and their drinking containers are also clean. Whenever they get sick, you can easily know because they be dormant, they don't move around, they just be sleepy. Some of them show signs outside, like you find some with swollen eyes, maybe some are unable to walk. So there you can easily know that there is a disease infestation that you have to get treatment for them immediately, because if you do not treat them immediately, they start dying, and once they start dying, that's a loss already. Another thing is that this structure, we have to keep it clean and covered because of weather changes. Like how we have this side covered. Whenever it's daytime, we keep it open, but in the evening, we cover it so that in case of rain at night, it finds it covered, that it doesn't get inside to beat them.
Hi everyone, my name is Mutes Nahia. I am part of the Agribusiness Club. I am talking about marketing. After we have taken care of our birds and they have grown very well, we are supposed to sell our birds at the right size when they have the appropriate weight to be sold. We normally sell them to the school because in TGS we care for all. There are students who don't eat meat, so they are provided chicken. They are provided with chicken. We also have outside market. For example, we sell our birds to Rock Classic and Cafe Shearers. They are our good customers.
Hello everyone, my name is Adiambo Philomene Faith. Here right now we are in a sun house. Here we plant vegetables such as sukuma wiki, as you can see. We plant tomatoes, green pepper, dodo, and we sell them to the school. We also eat them. As you can see, we are healthy.
Hi everyone, this is Red Cross Club Tororo Girls School. My name is Cheptoek Vivian and I'm in charge dissemination in Red Cross Club. I'm going to take you through the activities we carry out as Red Cross Club Tororo Girls School. In Red Cross Club we do donation of blood, we do voluntary service, we do cleaning of the school, we do charity work. For example, we supply items, like of recent we supplied items to Elgon View Primary School. We did cleaning of Tororo Main Hospital. We also supplied some soya flour to the winning mothers there. We also do different activities in school. For example, we do cleaning of the kitchen, and we also help the school in various activities. For example, on sports day, we are the ones who volunteer to give first aid to those who are being injured on such occasions. And we are going to take you through some of these activities. For example, when an athlete has fainted, I'm going to take you through some of these activities. For example, when an athlete has fainted. So as Red Cross Club, we also enrich our fellow Red Crossers with skills, and also the other students in school with different skills. For example, when an athlete has fainted, I'm going to demonstrate for you how we carry out the first aid for when someone has fainted. Hi everyone, this is Red Cross Club Tororo Girls School, and my name is Cheptoek Vivian and I'm in charge dissemination Red Cross Club. These are my fellow Red Crossers. As Red Cross Club in Tororo Girls School, we carry out various activities such as voluntary service, we do cleaning, we do charity work. We also enrich our fellow Red Crossers and the whole school on different skills. Take you through some of the skills that you have learned from Red Cross. And this is basically Dr. ABC. And this Dr. ABC is carried out, for example, when someone has fainted. We normally carry out this Dr. ABC during sports days when some of our athletes have fainted. So they carry the victim from where she had fainted from using a stretcher, and then they took her to a safer place, which is near where we reside from as Red Cross in our field. They're going to lay her down on the mat. That is the first bit of Dr. ABC. The first D stands for danger. They've secured her from a place which was dangerous and brought her to a place which is much safer. Next, they're going to check for her response, if she's going to respond or say something.
Favor, it's me, Honor. Can you listen? Favor.
After that, they'll be calling out her name repeatedly to find out if she'll respond. And then they're going to go to another part of Dr. ABC is the airway. They're going to check out for any blockages in the nose, in the ears, in the eyes, or in the mouth, to find out if there is any blockages such as mucus or vomit. Then next they're going to go to breathing. Here they're going to check for the pulse. From either the neck or the hands, or check the heartbeat. Then he's checking for circulation of blood.
She's okay.
She's fine. If the victim is still alive, they're going to place her in the recovery position. This recovery position will enable enough blood to flow throughout the whole body, and she'll be able to recover fast. And they're putting her in the recovery position. So this is the recovery position. In this position, she's going to be able to recover quickly. And these are some of the skills that we learn as Red Crossers from Red Cross.
Okay, cut, that's fine.
So I'm going to take you through our first aid kit. In first aid kit we have a deep hit. This deep hit is mainly for people who are having back problems. It helps to relieve the pain they're facing. We have this. Basically, what is made up in our first aid kit, we have deep hit. It is used like for relieving people who are suffering from maybe back problems, those who are having muscle cramps. We normally spray it on them, and then their pain is relieved. We also have this liniment. It is used for massaging. For example, if you're an athlete and then you're getting a muscle cramp, you use it for massaging it on your leg. And then we also have these painkillers for relieving pain. We have this vitamin C for boosting your immunity.
You have not ended.
Okay, this is what is made up of our first aid kit. We have the deep hit. It is used for spraying on those people who have maybe gotten a muscle cramp or their back has a problem. We normally spray it on them and then their pain is relieved. We also have this liniment which we use to massage on those people who have gotten muscle cramps. For example, athletes who have been running, then they're getting a muscle cramp. And then we also have these painkillers we normally give to people who are suffering from cramps so that their pain is relieved. We also have vitamin C in our first aid kit so that to boost their immunity and to enable them to heal faster. So this is in our first aid kit. We normally use all this, including other stuff, to help our victims who have gotten injured during big occasions such as sports day and that. So we remain Red Cross Club, Tororo Girls School.
Save lives.